Hello all, this is Pradeep. Today I'm going to discuss about OPA, how we can secure our Kubernetes cluster by using OPA. It's a CNCF product, it's open source, and we can check how we can use the OPA to secure our Kubernetes cluster. So this OPA is can use it in Terraform side also. So based on the configuration we have, suppose you are going to create a pod. Okay, so that pod don't have memory limitation, but suppose we already created a policy by using the OPA related to memory limit. Okay, so that policy is what that policy is doing is keep checking the memory limit is mentioned in the configuration file or not. So if not mentioned the memory limit in the port level, that port not going to create, the OPA will block and it will show the error. So so before deploying the solution to the live, it will find the issue and blocking the configuration. So for that I already mentioned we can use the OPA in different side. We can use Kubernetes side, we can use Terraform side, so many other sites. So here we are mentioning we are talking about this Kubernetes side. So for that we need to install the OPA. So coming to Kubernetes, everything is support. So first we need to install the pod related to the OPA Gatekeeper. So then after that we need to mention the policies. So I already mentioned this OPA already have a lot of policy. We need to create a policy. So here I am mentioning the memory limit. Suppose because the memory limit is very important, if we not mentioned the memory limit in the port level or deployment level, that port take more memory. So that is a issue to the other containers in the cluster, right? So so we need to mention how much memory can use that port maximum. So that is an important thing. So this policy, so I'm creating the policy. So coming to the policy, you can see we need to create a constraint template. So here we need to create the constraint template. Constraint template is nothing but it's a skeleton. So we are mentioning the policy, like here we can see we are mentioning the memory limit, and if not mentioning in the memory limit, we are saying the error memory limit is required for the constraint. So this is a template. So by using the template we can create the constraint. So this the next step is creating the constraint. So here you can see constraint template, and here you can see it's a constraint memory. It's we are creating memory limit constraint. So for that here you can see we are mentioning the port level. So we are checking that the policy in the port level, the port have the memory limit or not. So we have a lot of other policy also. So I can give some more example additional things, like if you are not if you are there is a policy is there, we need to mention the image latest version. If you not mention the latest version, it make issues. Okay, also we have the if you mention the host path in the port level, so that is a security issue. Then we have label. Suppose if you are not mentioning in mentioning label in our port creation or namespace creation, that times also it will make errors, because the name this label is very important. So based on the label we can find out this pod is related to this environment or this applications. So these are the basic constraint template constraint we can use it in OPA side, and we can create a good cluster based on the best practices. So then we can just start the demo. So for that I already have the compute engine machine. So I already logged into that machine, and we can first we can install the kind, because we need a cluster, right? We need a Kubernetes cluster. So I already created a video and documentation related to the kind. We can just check that blog. So yeah, okay, yeah, this is that video. So I'm running the command one by one. It will create the cluster. Okay, so you can check it out the video. I'm not explaining the commands one by one because we already discussed this in the previous videos. So yeah. So this block is for Docker creation, because the kind is the kind is working top of Docker. So we are installing the cluster inside the Docker. So we need to install the we are installing the Kubernetes inside the Docker. So we need Docker solution. After that we can install the kind. These are the commands for the kind installation. So yeah. Okay, now the Docker is installed. We can install the kind. Okay, kind is ready. Next we can create the cluster. For that we need to create a YAML file. Inside we can mention the configuration related to the cluster, Kubernetes cluster. So here I am going with one node, that is node name is you can see control plane. So we can create multiple node also. That time we need to add one more line, multiple lines. So I am going with one because this is enough for this purpose. So next we can install the create the cluster. So this command will create the cluster. So it will take time. After that we need to install kubectl, because if you want to interact with the cluster we need a kubectl. For that we can install kubectl by using snap. Okay, it will take time. You can see ensuring node image and preparing nodes. So it will maximum, I think it will take 1 minute. Okay, now the cluster is ready. We can create we can install the kubectl. Okay, now the kubectl also installed, and we can just check the number of how many nodes are there in the cluster. You can see one node with role name control plane. So now the cluster is ready. So next we can start exploring the OPA thing. For that we can go to the OPA blog, and we can install the OPA related pods, because coming to the Kubernetes everything is pod. We need to if you want to install the OPA, we need to create pods related to the OPA. So this command will install the pod, create the pod related to the OPA. You can see it's created. So many things are created. So we can just check. Okay, so now we can see these are the pods related to the OPA. Okay, now the OPA is installed, and next we can create the constraint template, right? For that we need to create a file. So okay, I'm just creating new thing, OPA. Okay, so this is the template, and inside we are mentioning the what we need to monitor, right? So here you can see we are monitoring the memory limit, and what are the error we need to show if the policy is not or the policy is not configured in that configuration, right? So next we can create the file for the constraint. So here you can see we are linking the template and the pod. So now the two files are ready, we can create the resource, right? So this command will create the memory limit template, constraint template. So it's created. We can just check it's created or not. kubectl get constraints template. Okay, you can see memory limit. So next we can create the okay, already we have that file. You can create the resource, that is constraint. So that is also we created, we can just check. Okay, okay, you can see the constraint. Okay, now we have the solution. Next we can just test it's working or not, right? For that I'm going to create a pod. Here you can see I'm not mentioning any memory limit, so we are going to create a pod by using this configuration. So I'm creating another file, pod dot okay. So the pod name is example pod, and it's nginx pod. So yeah, we can create. Okay, now you can see there is an error from gatekeeper, OPA gatekeeper. Okay, so what is the error? Memory limit is required for all containers. So through this way we can block if resource is creating based on our policy or not. So without solving that issue, can't create the pod. For that we need to add the memory limit, right? For that I have another YAML file for the pod creation. Here you can see I mentioned the memory limit. Okay, so we can create a new pod YAML file. So I'm going to create the new pod by using this new file. Now you can see pod is created. We can just check the pod is, we can wait. Okay, it's running. Okay, the pod name is compliant pods. So yeah, I think through this way we can create enforce policy to the cluster level. So only admin can create based on that policies, and they need to rearrange their code. So if previously I didn't mention the memory limit, but next time I mentioned the memory limit, and that time it worked. So like that we can configure the security and best practices to our cluster level. And we have so many constraint templates are there, so we can check it out. everything is available in the Google, you can try it out. So in this case I just consider this memory limit. Okay, yeah, that's it for today's videos. Thank you.